The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is Media Mash,
A roundtable of Cowboys insiders
dropping wisdom
and offering sizzling takes
on the current state of your Dallas Cowboys.
Now, your host,
Newy Scruggs.
Media Mash on Christmas Eve. It's Tuesday, the Mega Sci-Fi edition. But we decided to bring in Jesse Holly. Now, a full-time media member with takes as hot as most trusted Clarence Hill. And they're working at the same organization, baby. All City Dallas.
All City DLLS.
Who think they gonna fire first? Me and Clarence.
Why we gotta get fired?
One of us gonna say something that's gonna get us in trouble.
Well, Clarence's political takes at some point.
I have not. I have stayed away from that. I have stayed away from that. Now I've stayed away from that,
The
sir.
new administration.
Stayed away from that. Stayed away from that.
Stephen Miller, they gonna get
You know,
you.
the
There's
thing
only
about
two
it is-
options, right? You either leave or they make you leave.
Yeah, well, that's in every job, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's. No, I'm just not even gonna do it. I just knew that a long nightmare would be over.
I merely knew he Scruggs. But to answer your question, him.
Nope, I'm not doing it. We didn't even have a show on election day.
You gonna get like straight hand guy. They gonna get you like straight hand.
We couldn't even tweet on that day.
They wouldn't even let
They
us.
said, don't even tweet.
Well, they didn't let us have a media bash on that Tuesday either.
Oh, it's true. It is true. No,
It's gonna be you.
It is true.
Anyway.
Chris and Derek cancel that. Clarence like, why?
Yeah.
You really gotta ask?
No media bash on Tuesday. Anyway, man, how you guys doing,
No,
man?
it wasn't Tuesday. Was it Wednesday?
No, it was Tuesday.
It was
election day.
Tuesday. It was the trade deadline day,
Oh.
by the way.
It was election day. Yeah, okay.
It was the trade deadline.
But when Jared already announced they was signing the great Mingo.
Man, wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Did Mingo have a catch?
No, but 80 did.
I'm just still trying to understand the Mingo thing, man.
Why would you do that? We have Trey Lance sitting right there. If you want to scratch your head about a giving up a fourth round pick for a player who ain't playing, why would you skip over Trey Lance to go to Jonathan Mingo?
He did not have a target in the game. Look at the targets: CeeDee Lamb, Jake Ferguson, Brandon Cooks,
Again.
Ryan Flournoy, Rico Dowdle, Jalen Tolbert, Devontae Turpin, Luke Schoonmaker, Hunter Lemke with 2 targets. Nothing from Mingo.
Again, why are we worried about Mingo when Trey Lance is sitting right there?
Can I worry about both?
What you want to see from Trey Lance?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, it's interesting. I don't know. I think they've seen all they can see in practice. But it's interesting that initially it was we still got a chance, so we plan to win.
Okay.
Now we're still planning to win, and because I asked Mike about that, because now you invested in this guy. So just he says a good question. You invested in this guy. You traded draft picks for him. There's a chance he could walk out here as a free agent, and you've never seen him play in a regular season game.
Okay, I'll tell you why. Because how many times have we talked about how many free agents are out there, and you're like, hey, you're a free agent, you got to put out good tape because maybe you're not here, but you're somewhere else. Mike McCarthy's trying to win games because his contract is up. He's a free agent, so he's trying to win games. You know what? I trust Cooper Rush. I don't want to trust Trey Lance. I don't want Trey Lance's mistakes because I'm trying to make sure the Saints see what I can do, that the Jets see what I can do, that other teams who hey, I'm here. What is he now? 12th on the all-time wins list here? That's to me, that's the only thing that makes sense.
No,
he's trying to win because it's like, Jerry, if you're not here, I need somebody else to hire me and say, look at what I did with Cooper Rush, and I don't need Trey Lance out because if Trey Lance don't perform, I'm like, well, what was you doing?
I agree, and he brought up the coaching staff, all the coaching staffs. They're on one-year deals, and he said the best path for the coaches in their future is to continue on and try to win. And I think that, obviously you look at the front office, they would rather play Trey, but I think they're allowing Mike McCarthy to make the decision because his job's on the line. I mean, I think they're giving him a solid here and letting him, you keep trying to win. You keep trying to convince us. Whether it may make a difference or not, in the end, because the die may already be cast. But they're allowing him, they give him a salary and sacrificing this developmental thing for Trey Lance by saying Mike go win.
Convince him of what? Are we not? How much more do we need to see? It's either you want me or you don't. There is, and that's the part that I keep coming back to when you're talking about the evaluation process. I remember I almost walked away from a job because they brought me back for a fourth interview. And I said, I'm not coming back for another one. If you ain't figured this out by now, then I'm not the guy. Like, I don't know how many times, what more, if he showed you all he gonna show you. Either you like what you sipping or ask for another drink. I don't understand the whole, what more does he have to prove? Like, we're at this point in time of the season, not get, like, yeah, you go, these last 2 wins, for him, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. If I'm another team, there is a lot of film of who you are. These last 2 games ain't going to convince me, ain't going to change my mind about what it is you are going to be. Because the one thing that we know, the eye in the sky doesn't lie.
Okay.
You are consistently who you are, week in and week out, month in and month out, year in and year out. And I can go put on any film from any year, and I'm going to see who you are. This last little bit doesn't matter. Now, I'll say it may matter to some of the players, right? Those guys are still trying to put the finishing product out there and stamp on, how I can turn things around, how I can, catch some eyes of some other GMs, some other coaches, some other front offices to possibly raise my stock, to get me a little bit more bread as I head out to free agency, or to leave no doubt that I'm supposed to be the guy that you sign back here. But for Mike from Pittsburgh, either you want me or you don't. There is no more. There is nothing that we got to keep playing this thing around with. I need to see. No, you don't. You know who the man is.
Well, and I think that's what he said. Because I asked him specifically about that. And we asked him about that. And he said, listen, I'm at a different point in my career. He really opened up and says, my focus is, my concern, my care is for my assistants.
Cool. And that's fine.
Okay. And so we need to keep winning in his mind for them. Not necessarily for him. He wants to keep winning, stay on course, and try to win for them, their jobs, and their future. Because they're all on 1 year deal. Greg Ellis came out of nowhere, came off the street, changing careers.
So,
I want to be a coach.
Swag U, right? Was that Swag U? Was that school down in
Yes.
in
Texas College down there.
Yeah. Yeah. So he came off the street, first time NFL coach, first year. He could be one and done.
That's this life though. That's the NFL life, right?
It is. So what I'm saying is he's thinking about those guys and their futures.
Yes.
Should have won more games.
But he's still thinking about himself. And I think that he doesn't want to present it that way. But yes, he's thinking about his crew, because that's what every coach should be thinking about, the crew too. But man, that man is thinking about himself. That man is, what more do I have to do? Or look at what I've done. The GM hasn't been GM, so he can't come out and say that.
I think Jerry's not going to make a decision on the last 2 weeks. Jerry's not going to make a decision on this future, on this coaching staff. If it was about keeping them together, he's shown enough in winning the last 4 to 5 games. He's shown enough the last 3 years. I don't think the last 2 games are going to be a deal breaker on whether he brings him back or not.
Okay. So can I cross over 2 lanes without putting my blinker on?
You from Jersey, yeah?
You're right. You're absolutely right. What do you feel about the comments from Mike Zimmer when they asked him about coaching further? He talked about his age. Talked about I'll see what the future holds. We're talking about possibly running this thing back. How do you guys feel? And Clarence, I know that you're both of you are at these press conferences. And does it feel like Mike Zimmer might be like, maybe I'm done? Maybe I ain't cut out for this no more.
It's a wild card. It's one thing I noted yesterday. It was a happier, friendlier Mike Zimmer in the press conference the last 2 weeks than it was early in the season. He was giving us nothing. He was answering nothing, and he was, very open and smiling and feeling better about himself and the job he's done and what they've done. He, just so he says, "Yeah, we'll wait till the end of the season," because that's what you're gonna do. But I think he's enjoying it. I think he's come to enjoy it.
You would think a guy who's on a 1-year deal would be more of, I still want to do this. I still look forward to coaching next year. I look forward to getting to the draft. I look forward to breaking down tape. I look forward to evaluating some of these college kids and see where we can find our way next year.
I just don't think that's how he's built.
Here's how I read it. Okay, this is how I read it. I'll give you this because if I come back, you need to give me the tools I need. I like big people. You want me to come back? Let's go get some big people. Give me what I need. I don't want to do this again.
He's definitely not doing it on the 1-year deal again.
Yeah. But the premise to me of, hey, there's a lot of the pieces that he was coaching that didn't really fit, and it took them a while to get there. But I just feel like if you're gonna get the best out of me, help me do what I do. That to me is why you say it in that fashion, and that to me is the way you need to talk to a Jerry Jones. Hey man, yeah, let's talk about this. I need this, that, and the other if you want me to come back. Otherwise, I don't know if I really want to do it. That to me is the way you get what you want. It's a negotiation. And is there any better negotiator than Gerald Wayne Jones? Not really.
Not in this sport.
That's what I think. If I'm Mike Zimmer, I've got to couch it that way because then I can get what I want.
Yeah, and he's at the point where he can take it or leave it. I mean, it's like he's not burning up to, I need to prove something to anybody. But I do think that the way this defense improved, and you still got guys out. You're still missing guys. And this defense has made the most dramatic improvement from where they were to start the season to where they are now. And it's not just about beating up on the Carolinas and the Giants. I mean, the way they managed the game against Cincinnati is impressive. Hold them to 20 points to that muff punt. And that the way that offense has been going, and this Tampa offense was rolling. I mean, they were averaging 31 points on the road. They were dealing, and they did a damn good job slowing down the Tampa offense. He got his aggressive. Without key defensive without two defensive starters. I mean, linebackers. I mean, you're still without guys, and he's putting it together. And I think he's proud of the way they've improved and the job he's done.
Yeah, I think definitely from that standpoint. If I'm Zim, Jerry, so I'm gonna make sure I'm open. I'll listen. I need this and this.
What are if we're staying on the cycle of running it back? What do the run it back deals look like for these two? If these two are saying, we know where I stand on this. If Jerry decides to bring this group back, what deal? Are we talking a 3-year deal, a 4-year deal?
Minimum,
what are we talking about?
I think it's a minimum of 3.
Could you foresee any situation? I don't, but could you foresee any situation where it's like 2?
If it's a 2-year deal, then basically it's almost, it's like a 1-year, it's like really a 1. Hey man, we're gonna give you 1, and I wouldn't do it. And
yeah, because if a 2-year deal, you could eat it, at the end of next year. It's really just it's a glorified 1-year deal.
But also come back into this. What do the Jets do? What do the Saints do? Jacksonville could be open. What's the other job that's open? There's a third job besides the Jets, the Saints and Jets.
The Giants.
The
Giants might be open.
The Raiders should be.
Tom Brady getting Mike Vrabel over there is what I hear may be there. But I'm just saying, we know there.
Bears? Did you say Bears?
The Bears. That's what the Bears. Yeah. The Bears. Okay, and he's coaching that division.
I need to have better friends. I need to have more. That's the goal for 2025. Get connected with some rich people who can nepotism your way into a situation.
Your 5 closest friends, are any of them, in that realm? And
I don't even have 5 friends. I don't even have 5 close friends.
Okay, so there's your goal next year. Yeah. How to get around 5 rich friends with money and influence.
You know who? My brother. My brother is the senior advisor for Robert Kennedy. So maybe I can find myself into the White House somewhere. I don't know. The White House sports situation.
I'm not even touching that.
Really?
Yeah.
Woo.
Does he believe all that? Do you believe it?
It's a job, right? This is a job.
I cover sports.
He's not aligned with Kennedy.
I cover sports. This Holly covers sports.
There you go. No eye.
Yeah, listen.
Time for a break.
You're correct. Media Mash with Jesse Holly, Clarence Hill, the All-City Dallas guys. I'm merely Newy Scruggs. It's DallasCowboys.com.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, a 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. They sure make game day special, and for every purchase of the new Tyson Cowboys Nuggets this holiday season, Tyson Foods will donate $1 to the Salvation Army up to $100,000. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together. We cry together, and we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Back to Media Mash.
Media Mash on a Christmas Eve. We got Jesse Holly with the festive sweatshirt. We got Clarence Hill with the festive sweatshirt. I just have on the Make Sci-Fi gear. So go in the closet and just say, hey, what's clean?
You missed a good one.
What?
Oh, you missed a good one. You missed a good one. What's today?
Christmas Eve, 24th.
Tuesday?
Yeah,
last week.
Last week when you had it.
We had DeMontre Moore on. And the bear trap that Newy set up for DeMontre. DeMontre is a kappa.
I know.
Oh, it was lovely. Because when he walked in and I saw his pendant,
right.
I knew. I said, this gonna be good. It's only a matter of time. And then Newy kind of just threw a little test jab early on and said something about his pendant. He's like, oh,
It was before the show.
Yeah, before the show, and Newy said, oh, all right, got him. He doesn't feel too confident about what he has on. Like, and boy, he set a trap up, and they got to going. I said, yeah.
First off, he's not. He's telling you part of the story.
I know.
No, I'm not.
He's not innocent. I know he set it up. I know Jesse.
Who set it up?
You did.
Jesse's the instigator. I already know.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
pointed it out.
I said nothing during the show, Clarence.
And boy,
I never said I had an affiliation to anything either. Now, I didn't say anything.
But you had the bracelets on. I think you might.
I had on a long sleeve shirt.
No, you
that day,
didn't.
too. I did.
No, they were showing.
They showed through the shirt. Yeah. But I had a long sleeve shirt. It was my black Negro League baseball shirt. I know what I had on that day. Somehow he figured out, because unless you look deep, you're not going to see the Make Sci-Fi under. So he found out, or you told him, because you can't break two. He started it.
I know he did.
He started. He threw it out there. Started.
You gonna believe me, or you gonna believe him?
He knows you. He knows you.
Listen.
First of all,
when that man walked in the door and Newy locked eyes on that pendant, you saw the wheels get to going, and then Newy hit him. Newy was throwing those feint jabs.
No,
and they were doing those feint jabs. And he went jab, body, and when he dropped them hands, Newy went overhead left.
So Jesse threw the bomb in the ring. Okay, there was nothing for me.
We don't know what happened.
Jesse
I don't know what happened. Y'all
Chris Beam, you that? Chris Beam heard it.
Okay, but listen.
And then Newy hit him with.
All we talking about is who. We never said who did what. What did you actually do?
Jesse
he set the bear trap up.
instigated it. And he felt himself. Devontae felt himself.
So
what happened?
Let me get there. Let me paint this picture for you now. So like I said, Newy throwing them feint jabs at him. So now, of course, live on air, he has to defend himself. And his feint jab, body shot. And when he said something and he did like this, Newy hit him with the, but are you financial? And buddy, you thought he had a speech impediment. The way he was stuttering and he started to sweating and all that, and Newy just said, bingo. I see how serious you are about what you do. And there was some other code words in there that I wasn't qualified to understand and know. But yeah, it was a sight to see. It was a sight to see. And Newy just sat back out. He almost did the Muhammad Ali stand over top of him.
Are you financial?
And Buddy wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Buddy was not.
He couldn't. He couldn't, bro. He was trying. He was Zab Judah. He tried to get up and fell back down. But it was good.
It's one that works all the time.
You think you know how to find a website to sign up right now?
No,
pay his money. You know,
brother I went to school with in business school, he a capper. Still ain't financial. I've been riding this dude for 2 years.
He ain't found the website yet.
You love it so much, put your name behind it.
He couldn't.
While you bull jiving, Bosler's been on me. Newy, it's time. It's time for you. The dudes are up. Like, okay, I know. Okay, so
we lost half the audience right now.
Exactly, we lost half the audience. Bring it back here to the Cowboys. They got Philadelphia this week. Mm-hmm. The game is now 1:00.
Thank you.
So everybody can watch this thing.
That's a personal thing because he wants to be able to do his show and get back home, right?
I hate night games. I hate evening. I hate night games.
Right.
What are we waiting for?
You and Michael from Pittsburgh. That's what you guys are all about. Philly is trying to lock up the top seed here.
No Jalen Hurts.
He's been ruled out already?
He has a concussion. I thought I read something that it's going to be the backup, but I don't think it's official.
Cody Pickett here,
and I think he got hurt at the end of the game the other day
Kenny
too.
Pickett, yeah, he was dealing with something.
Kenny.
Yeah.
So that's my question here is, I know it opened up like I was 8-9 point favorite here. If McCarthy wins this, is it a 100% like boom, Jerry? You have no choice. I mean, he's coming? I mean, I think he's coming back. But this man goes to Philadelphia. Cooper Rush get one more in. You don't have no digs. I mean,
I don't know what you do. I mean, I don't know how you can prove anything he hasn't proven already.
Okay, it's kind of like sometimes you statements like, okay, boom, like just what the moment. If anything, we know there's a section of the fan base and section of media, like Jesse Holley, who are like, no, move on. Bobby Bell, like, no, you didn't take it further than Jason Garrett. No, I don't want 2, 3, 4 more years of this. I get it. But there are some folks out there, fan-wise, who I think they want to be convinced. There's always a group of people who want to be convinced.
I don't think there are any fans that want to be convinced.
Man. I do. I think there's people out there, man.
Unless the fans are 952, I don't think they're the fans that want to be convinced. I mean, seriously, the fans were disillusioned coming into the season. Okay. Jerry had lost a fan base after Green Bay and doing nothing, making no changes and no additions. And then you get off to the start that they got off to. The fans had been off the bandwagon, True. I think that them rallying, winning 4 of the last 5, whatever it's been, shows you that he's a good coach. But how can you resell this again to the fan base going into the next year. And then again, it's not getting to the playoffs. It's getting to the Super Bowl.
Correct. The only way, and history says it won't happen. The only way, and this will have to be a master salesman job by Jerry Jones. The only way you get the attention off bringing Michael from Pittsburgh back for an extension is you actually go all out, and you go as soon as you can. When free agency opens up, you go and sign some of the big dogs right away. That's the only way you can kind of get people to start believing, like, oh, okay, now.
Well, the big dog you need to sign right away is Michael Parsons. Get that out the way.
Right. Okay, that's true. That's happening.
And then
we all convinced that's
when is it going to happen, though? The problem, you get that out the way, then you can go and cherry pick and see what else you need. Because as long as Michael's sitting out there, they're gonna say, "Well, we got a budget for Mike. We can't really overextend here. Get the Michael thing out the way."
I agree.
And then you can go and cherry pick whether you want to bring back Osa or Jordan Lewis and go out there and get somebody else. You know, go down the list.
Yes, that makes the most sense.
And Michael gave them a blueprint last week. He said, "I want to get it done early." He said, I will come in. I'll be at minicamp. I'll be at OTAs. I want to be around, not if there's a new coaching staff, even if it's the same coaching staff, I want to be around for the young guys so I can be a leader and be connected with the guys. You know, these are things that he said out of his mouth. Mm-hmm. Call him on his bluff. Let's make it happen.
Agreed.
And I don't need $40 million. I don't need to be the highest paid defender. Yeah. So run out a Bosa contract or Justin Jefferson contract. Let's get this thing done.
David Malugetta gonna have a different.
Oh, of course.
David Malugetta gonna say different.
but test it.
Test it.
At least I agree with you.
Push
guys
the envelope. 100%. Test it. Jesse. Jason Garrett went 8-8 3 straight years, and Jerry sold that. So to me, I don't think there's any issue with him trying to sell a guy that went 12-5 and just say, "Hey man, he had a hiccup," and he had a hiccup before, and we saw what he could do.
I think the fan base is different than them.
I'm with you. I think they're a little bit more. They're a little bit more volatile now.
Oh, it's a nasty fan base. They're eating their own. This fan base, I've never seen a fan base hate on their own quarterback and hate on their own players the way this current fan base is hating on the Cowboys.
And what did Steven say? All tickets were sold, right?
That was last year.
They'll be sold again?
We don't know that.
Yes.
Last year they had the fastest re-uppers. We'll see if they have the fastest re-uppers on season ticket sales this year.
Dude, they're going to be selling out. This. There'll be no paper bags in here. People with empty seats. They'll be here, man.
So they've shown us this. You're saying how kind of this season has ended, because there has been some speculation with fans and the seats not all being filled and some of the other teams coming in. And I know
the secondary market is. I mean, you could have got lower level seats for $100 last 3 weeks. Here at AT&T, I know ticket guys are just like, I can't make no money,
right?
You know, because so the secondary market.
So they were still sold.
I understand that, but
Steven said tickets are sold. They sold.
Yeah, but yeah, of course, right? They bought them with the expectation that this season would turn out differently.
Yes.
And I think now people are more looking at saying, you know, just economy wise, they're saying money's a little bit tight. If I don't believe what you really telling me, then I don't want to put those $1,000 back into these season tickets.
Jesse,
convince me again.
It's gonna happen. This isn't 5 and 11 Campo. Those 3 5 and 11, they're going to be back. Guys are going to be back. We keep talking about it never happens. It hasn't happened.
No, I mean I think we started training camp. I mean the attendance was very low at training camp. I mean, and certainly the tickets are sold, but I'm just telling you, there is a disillusion. There's some apathy, disillusionment among the fan base that I haven't seen since I've been covering this team. And there's some nastiness, some frustrations that are and with the internet, with social media, it's more vocal against from within.
This free agent season and this draft is going to be make or break, I think is a little aggressive.
Critical. It's critical.
It's super critical. And I think you'll see a massive swing in fans if you go out and you don't address what they feel you need to address with the level of attention you need to address them to.
Yes, you can sell some hopium with some free agent signings and drafting. Yes, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
I just
like if you go in the first round again, you get the project again, and you try to sell me on a project of a guy who may have first round attributes but aren't really pegged to be that guy. And this comes down to that point where, because you'll be drafting in a very unique sweet spot, right? Because you draft in that spot between 15 and 18 where that player, depending on what the need was, could be a top 10 guy, but also he might have some things that could have pushed him to the second round. So it's like that area you can have some great success there, or you can swing and miss at that spot. You know what I'm saying? Because
I guess the biggest question, I know we got to break, but the biggest question is say you move off of Mike, who are you going to get that's going to come in here and in the way you're doing business now? Because whether you bring Mac or back, you got to change the way you do business. And free agency, we talked about that. But the way you're doing business now, who's going to come in and change it? Who's going to make your super? It's not just about getting to the playoffs. Because we're going to be in the same vortex. You get to the playoffs, you want it done. But see, who gets you to the next level?
That's where my level of hopium is trying to come into this play. Well, my level of hopium is that a wing and a prayer says, this one time, I'm going to do it differently. This one time, I'm gonna go
do that for Mike
again. But see, my thing is Mike schematically isn't good enough. So for Mike, you have to have an exceptional amount of top tier talent for him to work. I think with the other names, and you guys know those names, I think what they do, they can take good talent and scheme it up in a great scheme, and that's the difference. But you got to be willing to take the chance on something that doesn't have the quote unquote head coaching experience.
Right.
That's the difference. And that's where my hope lies. My hope lies is that he gets finished eating squirrel brain and he says,
you know what? Fight for that though.
Well,
gotta fight for that at the table. That's what he said.
I know.
Between his sister and his dad, he was like, "Hey,
I don't think that's all
right."
right.
But I'm just saying. Yeah. No. We'll take a break.
Swan less fight.
Clarence Hill. Newy Scruggs.
Swan less battle.
Mini Mash.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle?
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouth-watering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Hey, Cowboys fans, a 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. They sure make game day special, and for every purchase of the new Tyson Cowboys Nuggets this holiday season, Tyson Foods will donate $1 to the Salvation Army up to $100,000. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
Back to Media Mash.
Media Mash right here on DallasCowboys.com. We are here at the SWBC podcast studio at Star Frisco. Tomorrow, Mike McCarthy's giving all the players and coaches off. Nobody here for Christmas Day. We got Clarence Hill, Jesse Holley. They were all City Dallas. I'm Newy Scruggs. So, Jesse, as a former player, you hear that, hey, you don't have to go to work on Christmas Day. Your thoughts on how you feel about the head coach?
I mean, damn. You would hope I got a little bit of level of decency in you and don't make us work on Christmas. I don't. That doesn't move me.
You know, I've been here before, and they have worked on Christmas. You know, well, I've been here a long time, so there have been times when they gave the morning office off in practice Christmas afternoon.
I want to feel like I've been here when we worked on Christmas Day.
Yeah, I mean
under Garrett.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
they gave the morning off and practice that afternoon. You know, Mike's done one thing about Mike, and Zimmer talked about it yesterday too. He does a good job taking care of the players and preparing the team. We can talk all day we want about whether the X's, O's, all that stuff, but as far as taking care of the team.
Preparing the team?
Yeah, body-wise, preparing the team.
Okay. Preserving the body. Because you say preparing, I'm looking at you a little bit different. The light looking a little different when you talk about
negative.
Preparing.
What I'm saying is his schedule, how he manages the team.
Yes. Okay.
And that's what I'm talking about, managing the team. He's done a good job managing the team. I think this week is the perfect example. He had them come in yesterday, he had come today. You know, this Tuesday, knowing their day off, and they switched it to Wednesday.
Would that be the same thing if they were in playoff contention?
I think so.
Okay. Just
I think so.
So when he spoke to us yesterday, he spoke basically, hey, I've done it both ways.
Okay.
So, you know, he's done it before. He just prefers, you know what? All right, let's just, and as he did, we're going to come in on Tuesday. We're going to work Tuesday. We're going to make Tuesday Wednesday. We're going to take Wednesday off.
Right.
And then we'll get back to work on Thursday and do everything else. But I think he just spoke in terms of I've done this for a number of years in the league, and this, in his mind, is the best way to do it. And he talked about we worked as a staff. We tried to work a day ahead anyway to get ready for this.
Yeah.
So
he says, you know, because the game was at night on Sunday, that the assistant coaches started preparing for Philly Sunday morning.
Gotcha.
And he did some stuff on Saturday, you know, and with the game planning and stuff like that Sunday morning. So even before they knew they were out and all, they were already working on game planning for Philly. And so they got some of that stuff out the way. And I think it's not just giving the players off; it's giving the coaches off too.
Yes, everybody.
Assistant coaches.
Mike got a family too. He got girls.
And that's why I was, you know, that's why I was, you know, I'm happy for Mike because this, you know, Christmas week, your family's all around. Getting that win was important because if they hadn't won that game, talk around the Christmas dinner table and everything else, all the media and everybody else talking about his job and his future. We're still talking about it. But certainly it will be, there won't be no momentum by it'll be talking the other way is what I'm saying.
And see, and maybe I'm Mr. Optimistic from this standpoint.
You've been very optimistic about this.
Jesse, he's number 12 now in NFL wins all time.
And that's my point, Newy.
And I say, if he's not it here, you think the Jets couldn't use him?
Sure.
Think he's better than anything they run out there lately?
Sure.
Think he's better than Dennis Allen and what they've been doing? So I mean, Eberflus in Chicago. So to me, I look at it as, hey man, this guy's like a player. I'm auditioning for everybody else. Like that last preseason game, man. That's why, man, we're gonna send Cooper Rush out here. We coming out here. We're studying. We're doing everything. Because if he's not good enough for Jerry in this league, he's gonna be good enough for somebody else.
I think he's already shown from his time that year that he had off, that he spent in the garage or the barn. What I think he's done enough to garner attention from other programs, other franchises around the country to say, hey, we want an established guy to come in here and coach us. We want a guy to be able to come in and he can go and say, hey, because let's be honest. The Benson family in New Orleans, right? The Woody Johnson in New York.
Jets, McCaskey's in Chicago.
They know Jerry. They know the pretense and what she was working under. They know that group is buddy now. That group is buddy. They have a clear understanding of what the conditions that Mike McCarthy were working under here. Now, however they fall and how they want to do business in their franchises, they know that if we give Mike what he needs, that there may be a level for him to be successful beyond just the regular season wins. That has been the Achilles heel here in Dallas. So I don't think he has to prove anything else as far as resume-wise. I do think those 3 12-5 seasons gives him enough of a boost for people to go, hey, let's get on the plane. We're going to have you come in. We're going to sit down and have a talk with you. The ownership, the people who will make the hires in New Orleans, in Chicago, in Jacksonville, in New York, whether that be the Maras or the Johnsons, they know. They know what this head coach is dealing with from an ownership perspective.
Okay.
And I think he's done a good job. I mean, continue to manage.
And I do too.
With winning games without Dak a couple of years ago, the way they've won games the last few weeks without Dak, and I think they outcoached Tampa Bay. I think they outcoached Carolina. I mean, he's better than a lot of coaches in this league.
But I still stand 10 toes down. I stand like that dude in the Game of Thrones where he pulls out the sword and all the horses are coming. And
Never seen the show.
I never seen it either.
You never seen Jon Snow?
I just seen the GIF. I never seen the show. I never seen one episode. I just saw the GIF.
It's a good show, man. I know you like The Wire. It's a good show. The Wire was a really good show.
But I stand 10 toes down in the sense of he's been.
Man got to have a code.
He's been good. Good is not going to cut it under the ramifications of what you coach here in Dallas.
Is it?
It's you can't be good. You cannot be good because you can't be good and your scheme just be good and your players just be good.
Well, what's it been for 30 years?
Because you're running into better schemes, better players, better teams. And they put belt to tail on you when it matters the most. We go back and we look at those 12-5 seasons. When you go and look at those 5 or 6 losses that happened, the 5 losses that happened in those seasons, you look at the teams.
Couldn't stop the run, couldn't run.
Those are teams that you would have to see in January that put belt to tail on you in the regular season that you cannot overcome.
Has Zimmer closed the gap on the run defense enough for you to compete?
No.
With a full complement.
You about to see. You about to see. You about to see. He damn near might break the record on this next week. If Kellen Moore don't mess it up. You gonna see.
Okay. We thought Tampa was gonna run all over them too.
They had 130-something yards rushing. I mean, that's
I'm just,
you don't want to give up 140 yards rushing. That I trust and believe me. In the defensive board in that room, line number 1.
It's Barkley.
Don't give up. No, I'm talking about
Vic Fangio had the blueprint.
In every
Vic Fangio has the blueprint.
in every defensive room, they got don't give up a 100-yard rusher, don't give up a 200-yard passer, don't give up. So they didn't get a check mark in that box. They got the dub. They didn't get the check mark in to stop in the running game.
But you got the dub, and that's what matters.
That matters.
They did well enough, and they got the turnovers, and they were able to slow. What I'm saying is they were able to slow it enough where they could still get to the quarterback. It's not like they were, because early on Tampa was had number 3rd and shorts, and they were getting a lot of yards early on 1st and 2nd down.
When you
late
have
in the game,
Micah Parsons on your team, you won't have a problem getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, but I'm saying, because the game was close, they were able to play a complimentary game, even though they gave up rushing yards. Yeah. But they were able to. They weren't just running it down their throat, so they were able to force them into some 3rd and longs.
Let me ask you a question.
Which allowed the Cowboys to finish the game on defense as well.
Can I give you? Can you be honest with me? Can you be open and honest with me?
Yeah.
When Tampa got the ball back, what did you say to yourself? Did you say that, man, we about to lose this one? They about to march down the field and win this game? Be honest.
I was worried about it.
Okay.
For sure. When they got the ball back, I was worried about it. Because I thought it was, because the thing is, as well as offense played in the first half, they did nothing in the second half. And so
Rush had 60 yards passing.
Yeah, they did nothing in the second half. And when Jordan Lewis made that great interception, that's it, it's over. But they couldn't do nothing. And obviously they came back and they got the touchdown. And then, I think I was talking to Joe and I said, good thing they got it at 2 minutes, so they don't have to onside kick. Then they just need a field goal because the Cowboys were able to. Mike shouldn't have run it on 1st down on that last series when he ran it on 1st down and got an incomplete pass because they would have been well under, 2 minutes. But when they got the ball back, they had plenty of time and again the defense came over to play. Yeah, I was worried about them for sure because all they did was a field goal.
Yep.
You know, I was definitely worried about them getting down the field, but was Mike Evans? I mean, the Cowboys are physical. Mike Evans, I remember when he left the field. He left the field after he got that hit by his own Aggie teammate, Donald.
They were very physical.
You know, and so the Cowboys had something to do with them not finishing.
Yes, correct.
All right, we have Christmas Day football. Kansas City at Pittsburgh. Chill, who you got?
Kansas City. I mean, I like Pittsburgh. I like what they've done, but, you know, and I think that not having George Pickens the last couple of weeks hurt that offense. But at the end of the day, the Steelers are not a championship team. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to have a winning record, but at the end of the day, they don't have enough.
Got a score?
Kansas City, everything scores close with them. 24-20.
What you got, Jess?
I got Kansas City 23-19.
All right, give me Kansas City, and I'm going to go 27-21. Baltimore is at Houston. Chill.
Be more got it rolling. I'm going with Baltimore 28-21.
28-21, Jess.
Have we just conceded the fact that this MVP race has just come down to Josh Allen and Saquon Barkley?
No, I think
because Lamar
still in
got
it.
better numbers.
Yeah,
the problem for Lamar, in my opinion, it's almost like when you get to when it was Tiger Woods and Michael Jordan. After a while, you get
fatigued.
You're competing against your best, even though you had a whole new year and you're doing this. People like, well, it wasn't last year.
Yeah, but this is probably his best year. This is probably one of his best years statistically.
Michael Jordan lost one to Magic and lost one to
Dak's numbers were better.
Malone, and it should have, that just happens.
Dak's numbers were better than him last year. Let's be honest. You know, what he's done this year, and people forget they beat Buffalo head to head.
Mm-hmm.
People forget that. You know, they beat Buffalo head to head. But I just think that everybody wants to give it to Josh Allen. They've been trying to give it to him for a couple of years. They want to give it to him. And he's made some spectacular plays at a spectacular season. I don't know that the season is better than Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, give me Baltimore 28-17.
28-17. I took Baltimore. Let's go 26-21. So I'm going to go there. So, all right, gentlemen, have a Merry Christmas.
Is the NBA done on Christmas? You know, we got Beyonce, we got NFL football.
The Mavericks playing.
NBA done on Christmas.
Yep.
Got the Lakers too. We got Golden State. Everybody's playing. All the big teams are playing. The big names are playing. NFL's gonna kill them.
But the big dogs are playing too. The bigger dogs are playing. Yeah, you got teeth and you might bark, but the NFL bites.
Poor Adam Silver. You can't have nothing nice.
Yeah.
Hey, for Chris Beam, happy birthday to Jazz back there. They make things run for us. Clarence Hill, Jesse Holly, catch their work at All City Dallas. I'm Newy Scruggs. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Medium Bash is out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!